factor for us being able to actually realize that future is going to be energy. So
For sure.
we won't pull on that thread too far because I don't want you to have to go down that path. But I think that's an interesting time to be really focused on how do we move enough electrons to be able or reduce the amount of electrons needed to do that compute. So I think
Yeah.
that's a fascinating time to be thinking about what are the constraints, and those constraints become almost first principle constraints
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah, you're right about that, and I don't mind talking about this some because it's public. It's not
sure. Yeah.
secret sauce about what we're doing. The hyperscalers are our customers.
Yeah.
The utilities, the electric utilities are our customers. The people that provide them the fuel are our customers. And I would say that you're dead right about energy being a binding constraint. I think Elon Musk recently said that we're about to be in a position where we're going to have more GPUs than we can power up. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's probably right. It depends on who we is. Like if you say if we're selling them to China, then nope, they're going to be fine.
They've got plenty of electricity and they build it fast.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
I think they're still building like a coal plant every 2 weeks. Um,
Which is
s-
wild.
yeah. So and they've got plenty of
My dad
unused.
was in nuclear power for 35 years, and so I remember the fact that we haven't done that in a while, right?
Yeah.
And so bringing those types of things online again, or even thinking about the fact that it takes us 10 years to build those plants.
Yeah, yeah, it's they've got so much unused capacity right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got no problem with electrons. So not true here. You've got basically the hyperscalers are building their generation to behind the meter to a much higher degree than people might guess. It's approaching I think 40% at
Oh,
this
interesting.
point.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like pre-World War One stuff for us. Like it used to be that before the First World War, a lot of industry powered itself behind the meter. They built their
Yep.
own they built their own power plants, and then
Yep.
policymakers said no, 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 get on the grid because they basically wanted those industries to share in the cost of building the grid out. Now it's first of all the utilities can't do it fast enough. Secondly,
Nor is our grid ready for it.
right,
Yeah.
and to make it ready for it would actually hit ratepayers a lot harder. And so, we're basically doing this energy build out behind the meter for data centers because we kind of have to,
Yeah.
and it is a binding constraint. Energy is for sure. I think one of my friends, Mark Mills, he's an energy analyst that's been around a long time, and he says, and I agree with him, that the demand for compute is functionally infinite, meaning that
Mm-hmm.
there's literally no limit to compute demand, practically speaking, because
Yeah.
when you start to think about the uses of compute in a world where you have powerful artificial intelligence, as Dario Amodei likes to call it, he doesn't say general intelligence. He says powerful artificial
And I don't think
intelligence.
he's wrong,
Yeah,
unfortunately. I mean, we're trying to figure that out, but yeah.
yeah. So if you think about it in a world of powerful AI, and remember, there's applications for powerful AI out there like AlphaFold, you know, where you're basically describing how do all the proteins in your body interact. Like
Right.
there's no limit on the demand for what you can do with compute like that. Like for our
Mm-hmm.
customers, for
Mm-hmm.
example, our hydrocarbon customers, they are always looking for any kind of marginal gain that they can find in the extraction of molecules from the ground, be they
Yep.
oil or gas, and very small things can make very big marginal outcome differences over time. And so their demand for compute is functionally infinite. The same thing for electricity power generators. Solving grid balances and solving interconnection queues and solving congestion problems and all kinds of grid stability issues. These things
Yeah.
take enormous compute, and and there's essentially limitless demand for it. So
And the
AI,
more we learn, the more we'll realize we could apply it in ways we hadn't even considered yet.
yeah, that's right. So yeah,
Mm.
energy is definitely a binding constraint. Always has been. It's
Yep.
civilization's master resource. So
That's right.
and it's certainly no different for compute, and therefore for cognition.